What's on your mind?
My grandparents, yeah, I'm telling you from now, they would have been perfect for love and hip hop. That was the only marriage I ever saw growing up, and it shaped everything I thought about love. I grew up in a single parent household, and the only relationship I could study was my grandma's and my granddad's, and it was chaotic. From the moment my granddad left for work in the morning to the moment he came back at night, my grandma would insult him constantly, calling him useless, comparing him to other men, telling her friends over the phone that he wasn't good enough. I heard it all, directly and indirectly. But here's what confused me as a kid. The second he walked through the door, she served him like a king, served him food, like large plates of food. Like none of that disrespect ever happened. It didn't make sense to me. Often my granddad would try to assert his authority and masculinity by shouting things like, "If you don't like my rules, get out of my house." But nobody respected him. Everybody in the house treated him like a joke. And every time he tried to fix something in the house, my grandma would mock him or tear him down or call him incompetent. Meanwhile, my granddad, he had other women. He was a womanizer, a girlist. He even had a whole second family. There was in one time his baby mom's daughter had to come live with us, and that was crazy. I was about 6 years old when I realized I don't think my granddad even loved my grandma. To me, I could see that to him, she was a burden. And the woman on the other side, his sneaky link, that woman made him happier. She was fun. So from that one relationship, this is what I learned. Marriage equals boring. Love is chaotic. And within marriage is a competition between a man and a woman. Not partnership. It's a war. And then there was the other extreme. Disney. As a kid, I used to watch Disney shows all the time, Disney cartoons, films all the time. Those films were my escape, to be honest. My favorite was Jungle Book. I related to Mowgli. That feeling of not fully belonging and search for something. I watched him go on his journey and being raised by wolves, guided by Bagheera and Baloo, facing danger, surviving everything, and then at the end he sees a girl and it's love at first sight. Just like that. Same story in Aladdin, Hercules, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella. They all taught me the same thing. Be the hero, fight through struggle, win the girl, live happily ever after. So now I've got two extremes in my head. Toxic chaos or perfect fairy tale. Nothing in between. Then came the frequency of love, which was R&B. Now, my mom used to play R&B songs all the time, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with artists like Aaliyah, Mary J. Blige. You got artists like Joe, Usher, groups like Jodeci, Drew Hill, Jagged Edge. That music didn't just sound good, it felt like love. I believe, due to R&B, I believe that if you love deeply, gave your all, stayed loyal, passionate, consistent, you always be loved back forever. But, real life, it hits different. When I tried to live the lyrics sung in R&B, a lot of women weren't impressed. Some got bored, some lost attraction. That perfect lover energy, sometimes it gave them the ick. That's when I realized R&B is beautiful, but it's not practical. And then here comes the conditioning, because I grew up mostly around women at a younger age anyway, I constantly heard that men are liars, men are cheaters, men are the problem. And without realizing it, I started to internalize that. I began to see masculinity as something negative. For example, I remember one time my mom told me that, one day you're going to have a beard. And obviously, a beard is associated with being a man, and I started crying because I associated having a beard with becoming a man and then becoming evil and then becoming it's crazy. I thought that women were pure and men were flawed, like the scorn of the world, like the scum of the world. So I felt like I had to make up for it, to prove my worth by over-giving, over-loving, almost worshipping women. Like, my value as a man was based on how useful I was to a woman. That programming ran real deep, man. Pause. Now, living in the hood gave me a big reality check. Growing up in the hood showed me a different side. I saw that most of the beautiful women in the hood, like, were with guys who didn't necessarily have looks or personality, but they had status, respect, power, and could offer protection. And that mattered a lot. I also saw something else over time though. The guys who were overlooked early in the hood, the nice guys, the quiet ones, the nerds, the squares or whatever, them guys had time to go and build themselves up. So eventually when the hood guys, the roadmen, etc. so forth started going to jail, some died, and these women, these attractive, beautiful women from the hood started becoming like baby mums, etc. so forth. Those guys that were overlooked, they started building money, status, stability, and suddenly the women that once ignored them before, now they were interested in them. And that was a wake-up call. Like, it was interesting to see that transition, that change. At the end of the day, main thing that didn't change was that what I saw, I'm not saying it's definitely written in stone, but women are drawn to status, stability, money, and security. So yeah, that was a interesting lesson to learn. So this is what I was raised on. Toxic love at home, fairy tale fantasies in films, emotional perfection in R&B, none of which was balanced, none of it was real, and it shaped how I saw relationships for many years. Even now, I'm still unlearning the toxic, harmful, chaotic, conditioning, extreme, passionate philosophies given to me about love. I'm still trying to understand what healthy love actually looks like. Sometimes I wonder if I ever will fully undo that conditioning of chaos. But what do I know? I'm just a cartoon.